isolation. You will be alone with the gods. There is no other feeling like that, and it will be better than anything else you can imagine. If you're going to try, go all the way. Do it.
Hello, traders. Welcome to the regularly scheduled live stream where we're catching some bids.
It's time for Power Hour.
Last hour before the daily candle close. And you're looking at the daily right now. We're working on the highest daily candle close since April 11th. We just recently had our highest 4-hour candle close in 9 days. And just discussed yesterday.
People of this great channel, I'm going to hush these bears up. Mitch and I will lead this channel out of the trenches to Valhalla. Make TA great again.
Donnie Trenches, thank you so much for the Tangia. Thank you, dude. What were we talking about? Oh, we're talking about, the breakout on Saturday, the back test on Sunday, then the Monday. The next level that makes any reasonable sense would be 67,554, which was the former highest candle close in human history back in 2021, right there, November 9th or 10th, 2021. All right, so just running to test it. No idea if you're going to break it, but cool to see weekend breakout, weekend back test, Monday follow through. Dang, man, 67,200. Testing the 200 simple moving average on the 4-hour. First time since April 13th. Meh. Nevertheless, it's happening, going on. Other way we had this looked at on just the Binance chart was just sideways, where you look at the 4-hour. No pullback really, no momentum shift, just W shaping, right? Where you could just use your imagination to understand if we had a dragon of some sort, and the dragon formed, that's the dragon, right? Spine broken, you're working on the tail right now. Okay, well the tails a lot of times can conclude at 886s. That would be just like you had the Gartley 786 because you had a 618 on B, higher low on C. You're 786. So it's just a different harmonic with a different price reversal zone that would take you near the top of the range. Lap of Luxury 69. Thank you for the follow on Kickman. Welcome, dude. I didn't know anyone was even on Kick. It's just you and me, I guess, or someone else. Holy crap. So, I mean, if they can break the heart line, you are at the midpoint now, right? The midpoint of the rectangle or the range. Very nice. Man, that 886 will be confluent with the 1618 here, so that's not bad. So that'd be 71,439 for an 886 here. Potentially a complex wave structure. All right, hype in the chat. Nice to see it, dude. Really, really nice to see. Buyers defend some base that was manufactured. And now we're going, right? Just remember, like, fundamentally, you understand, like, all there is to do is to just own Bitcoin or to dollar cost average in Bitcoin. They're destroying fiat purchasing power. They're robbing the coffers. Everyone in the West, it's over, dude. People are in power and they're like, okay, we're going to print and devalue our currency. We don't care about the people. We're doing this to enrich ourselves and our friends.
I literally bought back my Bitcoin position after hearing our so-called representatives passed more spending. Good luck, guys.
Greg Pay, isn't it interesting, right? On a Saturday, yeah, our representatives sold us out for billions more dollars, and it just so happens on Saturday, Bitcoin broke out back above that former all-time high, right? And then Sunday was the back test, and today is the pump. That's pretty cool. Again, like, Bitcoin's going to oscillate in price up and down here and there, but dude, right? You know the stat. We talked about it yesterday. If you just bought any happening and you held it for 4 years till the next halving, you 5 times your money at minimum. So if that happens, what we're talking $300,000 plus Bitcoin, if just history repeated itself on its performance after a halving event. 170,000 is just the log scale golden mean ratio, which is, you know, exactly where Bitcoin topped out its last cycle, 65K. So I have complete conviction on this asset eventually going extremely higher. I don't really give a crap about the short term. You shouldn't care either. Okay. All right. So cool stuff on Bitcoin. You know, some of these altcoins flying. So I'd imagine Bitcoin dominance didn't really have a, I mean, it's just hanging in there. Higher than that old close. Buyers trying to defend the December 6th peak. Up 0.24% today, which is like, huh, after some of the, I don't know, some of the coins like are up more than Bitcoin by maybe a couple percentage points. So you never know, but all right. And now we can do it, right? Now we can.
Since we started out on BitConf, let's go further into crypto.
Okay. So what we're kind of seeing here is just like this is the correction and the long-term uptrend where there's better value areas at lower prices, sure. But for now, what's going on, buyers are just defending an inflection point that's horizontal and psychological between 2,900 and 3,000. We had a bullish engulfing candle on a Saturday and indecision yesterday and some fall through today, working on your highest daily candle close since April 12th. A lot of upside. I mean, like, to just run to at least a supply line of this correction, 3463, or the horizontal line resistance zone between 3500 and 3580. I mean, these are your target areas if there's enough demand. But again, don't you normally, if you're a swing trader, you like seeing stuff like this, confirmation lows discernible on daily time scales or greater 12-hour time scales. You just have one real test down here of this level. Second test would, and then, you know, bids coming in would give everyone in the world more conviction to believe that a more significant rally would come after the second low, not the first. But it doesn't mean it has to happen. I'm just saying, for risk management purposes, for increased probability chances of particular outcomes, you always like confirmation lows. You don't really have it here, but hey, when buyers defend a level, it means that they very well could run it to the next level. Like Bitcoin broke the 64,899 level, and it's like, okay, it was 67,554. It makes kind of the most sense for the next level, and they're running it there. So that's it. That's your Ethereum. Nice. What's up, Fletchy with a PH, and on Kick, I see you with your dancing emoji weird thing. Thank you, dude. What's up, Zaza? You're seeing Wyckoff distribution on the daily with outthrust after distribution around 72K. Oh, look, dude. People were saying that down here too. Like, what if Wyckoff reaccumulation event? I mean, like, yeah, sure, could be Wyckoff distribution. So don't we want to see it rally to test the top of the range again? And if it fails and starts rolling, one thing you really don't want to see, like, I don't know, because you saw in the S&P it happened, and good God, it went on this face melting Santa rally and beyond. But like getting a third discernible lower high, maybe with confirmation, that could be like worst case scenario, right? Where you make the high, then these two highs are lower than this high, then you get a third discernible high that is lower than the previous highs, and that's just classic distribution. That would be really bad. That wouldn't be what you're looking for, but yeah, I think maybe a little early on saying Wyckoff distribution for now, but we'll see. Again, they're destroying purchasing power, and Wall Street has completely adopted Bitcoin, and the SEC is getting BTFO'd. Passive flow is coming. Mutual funds will be adopting all of the different, just doesn't matter which one, any of the 12 Bitcoin ETFs going in the mutual fund. That means, you know, the boomers, the zoomers, the millennials, and all will be contributing to Bitcoin's ascent, and they won't even know about it. And they'll be technically kind of profiting off of it, like somewhat, right? Because, you know, a mutual fund, it's going to be like, oh, less than 1% of the holding, but still. Okay, let's go to BNB. That is just looking poised for all-time highs, man. It really does. Like, you gonna call this Wygom distribution too, man? I mean, these two lows are higher than this low, and they're running it back up to this level, and maybe they're absorbing remaining supply at 621 to 638. 676 is the old all-time high. I mean, it looks really good here. What's up, Chip? Gone AWOL. Feels dank. Batson. Yep, I see it, man. We're kicking it. We're twitching it. We're YouTubing it. We're tweeting it. We're doing it all, man. Okay. So, this thing looks good for now. Breakout, I mean, price discovery would be nuts on BNB. Performing better than almost all the other cryptos that exist in the world. BNB. I would say BNB like number 2. Bitcoin number 1. BNB number 2. Solana, you know, having a good day today. It had the most technical sense, right? For like, hey, there's buyers are coming in at this key level, and it's in an uptrend, and there's a pretty deep retrace from previous low to high. Okay, and it was, you know, demand line and horizontal line support resistance. It was all pretty good here. Oversold in an uptrend, and now engulfing, working on your highest daily candle close since the 11th. You know, almost $160. Some of these grayscale trusts today went bonkers. G-Sol was one of them. LTCN was one. Bitcoin Cash G was one. My God, I think that one was up like 20% almost. So Solana continuing to run as Wall Street is closed. But yeah, we knew like anything above 130, 171 for a test. They haven't tested that level since they broke it. Nope. Got to test it. You break that, then $200. Go to the top of the channel again. It all depends on how much legs this run has on Bitcoin. Because resistance is upon us. 67,554 and then 69K. Not going to be easy to crack that. Okay, so Solana doing very well today. XRP, that wow, lawsuit stuff. Okay, they recaptured a level, and now you're engulfing, working on your highest daily candle close since the 11th, like the others. Okay, I guess everything's safe. We are safe above 54 cents on XRP. That's it. You're safe. There's no formal argument for a trade setup or anything like that. There's no like double bottoms or confirmation lows or springback tests or hidden divergence of any sort. Nothing. It's just doing its thing. You're just at the XRP casino slot machine. Alex Cobb, he's sitting right next to you. Hey, bro, have you heard of XRP? Have you heard of XRP, bro? Just pulling the lever of the slot machine for years now. It's your turn. Sit down. You'll get free drinks. Tails, you're up. Miami World Art, you're up, dude. Okay, so Jonathan, how's everything going, man? Did you have a good Monday? Hopefully you worked hard and got things done.
I like turtles.
Bow to your sensei. Bow to your sensei.
Here's your totals, okay? Multitude of things going on. Just, you know, correcting, downsloping consolidation. But the biggest thing, what you had to have happen was $2.2 to $2.3 trillion had to be recaptured. It was broken out on Saturday. Scrubs approving billions of dollars, stealing our money. Yes, all our money. Now they back tested it. Now we're catching fall through. Fantastic. The good news about all of this is we know, like Bitcoin between, you know, above 64,899. Well, there's just really nothing there till 67,554. Well, the good news is 2.3 above that. There's just not really much there until 2.57 trillion. I mean, that's the downsloping resistance. That's the horizontal line resistance. That's kind of like wide open spaces for a good target area above 2.3 trillion. So hopefully there's legs to that. But that's where we are, man. Look at this. It's all over, I guess, for total market cap. It's all over, dude. Nah. The arrogance of someone to say it's all over for total market cap when the run has been like this. It's been crazy. And then you're just building this mega consolidation structure that is downsloping. I mean, sure, yeah, could I know, like you get it like failure up here, you get a third lower high. I'd be really, really careful. Like I don't give a crap who you are. If we got something like that where I just see, wow, a discernible third valley that is lower than the rest, that the resolution could be coming after that. So we really, really want to be on our best behavior here. We want to have max bidding come in. And on this attempted rally, we do not put in a third discernible lower high. That would be really just bad in my opinion. Classic distribution structure. You do not want to see that. So we're not out of the woods by any means. Okay, yeah, there were some assets that were up tremendously. One that like didn't even care. Chinese, no, it's Korean. The Ontology coin, 36 minutes till the close, highest daily candle close coming since May 5th of last year. What a breakout! And you just gotta really admire like this low and this low. Both of these lows were higher than these lows. 200 moving average, still above it. Everything's good. This one, Neo and NEO, is incredible too. Same situation. Not performing anything like this today, but it's looked very good. Only up 2.75%. Like this, the higher lows, man, the breakout of the accumulation structure. They test, I mean, they're going to go test $21, $22, and if they break it, I really do think like after testing and failing, the most recent event was only more than before, and they go test it again, and they may fail again. You make another higher low. It's like absorption of their supply. This is an inflection zone, and if they absorb it all, you're going to have a tremendous run, and it makes all the sense in the world based on Fibonacci, going from that highest high up there to the lowest low, 23% retrace, the shallowest, biggest joke of a retrace, around $38. It's looking set up, man. Guess we'll see. But others, though, are not even... This is what I'm saying, right? The complete... the difference between most altcoins in Neo and what we just looked at, ONT. It's staggering. The strength, you haven't really shown any weakness. And what happened to a lot of these altcoins is we saw these mega crashes and these deep 88% retraces from the previous lows to highs of the subtrend, which is great for value and DCAing, dollar cost averaging into these assets is great. But then there are ones like this, and it's just, there's no retrace. They're just making higher lows than the previous lows after what Bitcoin did. Okay, so what happens if Bitcoin recovers? You better pay attention. Neo and ONT, different ballpark of price action. China to me, China or something. Okay. So, they're the ones that showed value and stuff. So you keep your mind, burn this image in your mind, and you see the sheer difference between something like this and something like Algorand. This is what I'm talking about, right? The trend reversed, you think. This low to high, 88% retrace. Look at where the price action correlated. It was confluent with this horizontal line, support. Like, you can't argue. There's no controversy. Everyone in the world would agree. And so they defended that level at the 886. That's value. Value in an uptrend. It's a type 1 return. Right? But if someone's like, I want to long an asset, you're looking to long, 88% retraces and uptrends are always value. setting up stops is important too, and getting like better arguments. Like the best argument, like this thing could run. Oh my God, it goes 23 cents and then sells off again, and then you get a type 2, and it's like, oh my God, it's a holy grail setup. But for now, I'm just saying, right? That's not the same thing at all as ONT and NEO, right? And there are many that look like this, and some don't look like this. Some are like way worse. Like really, the ones I saw, like they made lower lows than the lows from late January. Garbage, like vomit. Which ones? Yeah, see, like Adam, like what are you doing, man? Like what? Why are you making a lower low than the late January low? That's garbage. Well, look what they did do. Like this old high from June, May 2019 got tested as support. But one thing that, despite, okay, no accumulation argument, but look what the buyers are attempting to do right now today. They're trying to recapture a very key inflection zone. I mean, it's so real. That's why I have these plotted. It's not a joke. I mean, anytime buyers recapture those levels, there could be max upside. But normally when levels are recaptured, you want to see formal bullish back tests, and that's when you get that confirmation low. That's where you can set up the tightest stops known to man with great strategic entries with maximum upside potential, right? And discernible patterns, dragon patterns, whatever. Like, it's cool for now, they're recapturing it, but you always want more, man. So that's like an example of like a lesser than. Okay. Yeah, we got 30 minutes to the close. Good day for crypto. Mitch for resident. What do you mean resident, dude? What's up, Yugs? Thanks for the follow on Kick, man. Welcome, dude. Okay, so we're gonna look at ones that are we can just kind of see something like comp. No harm, no foul. I mean, just rivaling previous lows. You think that it'll be okay? Probably run, but hard to really set up a trade on something like this dead middle of two big ranges here. But I think like it's not dead yet. It could still be in the uptrend. I think it probably is. This will probably be the highest low. Nothing really sticks out too crazy here. See, the other engine coin, man, it's beautiful. It's freaking gorgeous. It's like you're near this bottom here, like this level that's so real. But that you're trying to tell me, so the dragon pattern that was identified had great reliability, was easy to manage risk because where it developed, it was at a key inflection point. So it was low risk, high reward upside potential. And now you have an M shape where you can pretty much see an 886 here.
Hi Mitch, $T on Dex screen a breakout coming.
Nerd wannabe, thank you for the $20.10. We'll look at Dex screener, I guess. Chat. So these are like the whole way down. It's like we gotta wait, and now it's like we still gotta wait, but at least we've got structures that we can recognize. And so the best case scenario would be something like this. If we were lucky enough to get it, it would be the dream. You just got to give me more time. Doesn't mean that these M shapes can't just type 1 and go. And you just got to understand these are good levels. Deep retraces, value perceived areas on your beanie babies. And there are other ones too. Like EOS, I think was one. Yeah, I mean EOS, like, you see what's happening? Like all-time lows. And then they put in a high that was higher than this high, then a low that was kind of higher than this low, and then a higher high than the previous high, and then now, my God, you got a low that's rivaling or slightly higher low, but deep. And if they can break back above 85 cents, you got to wonder here, like, is the trend, are they trying to reverse it? It's a pretty garbage asset compared to many others. I don't know if I put my money in it over another asset, but you just got to, this is kind of, that's as deep as it gets, man. ETC had a pullback, and it pretty much made an 886 from this low to this high. That's like 886, 90+% retrace. I adjusted the trend line here, one low, the second low, then you got a third test and holding above the 200-day moving average. $24 this was the old entry of the trade setup. Like, you're back at it, and it's, look where the higher low, 25.41 candle close, and then right down here it was like 23.15 candle close. So that's like a higher low where the traders are settling up, and there's, you know, there's wide open spaces above $24. So again, not too gloomy at all. A higher low, the highest low, kind of. I know lower than this low here, but you got to think it's not too bad. There's still more than before, at least for now. Altcoin's another great 886. Incredible. Like, remember, the trend was great. I mean, the bullish back test, confirmation low, and that performance was brilliant. And now you sold off. You've been going through a correction since the top, March 9th, and buyers defending the 200. They tested $5, but the candle close was real good. Like, all these candle closes higher than these candle closes, just marginally more than before. Value perceived on Filecoin. The trend is your friend, and this is a great reset of your trend that's in the uptrend. I'm sorry, of your asset that's in the uptrend. Okay, great reset right here. But of course, the argument could be better with a type 2 return, which none of them have type 2 returns yet, because it takes more time, because you just got the completion of the M shape.
Hyper HUD respected. 30.87000000 Doge.
EJ Mac, thanks for the nearly $5 worth of Doge. Thank you, dude. We can, well, I mean, HUT was incredible. The miners went nuts today. A few of them rightfully so. TA respect. Others, it was just random. There was no edge at all. It was kind of like, oh, all-time lows, and they just pumped. So, but yeah, HUT was incredible. That was the one, the trade set up, HUT, and there were like a couple more that were kind of like, a wolf was nuts. It was perfect, and it played out. Great impulses today. You got to wonder if we'll catch follow through. You think you would if Bitcoin keeps performing like this, but again, you are now up against levels of adversity that cannot be argued with or denied. Not just the 4-hour 200 moving average, but 67,554 and 69K. That's a lot of stuff right there. After an impulse, what, 4 or 5 day after the bottom got put in, they just been running it. So normally you get pullbacks, but right now there hasn't been a pullback. So good. Hope it moons, man. Of course. They are destroying your purchasing power. You have been betrayed, and you're being replaced at the same time. There were other ones, though, too, that had these 886s. I'm trying to remember. I thought Litecoin looked good despite it not having the M shape. I just love, I really don't have a problem with an asset making a low than a slightly lower low. You know, I think like these two lows higher than these lows, so there's more than before, and they're confirming there's more than before. I don't give a crap about a wick. That was crazy price action on Bitcoin. They rallied it. So you almost have like some sort of like new uptrend double bottom going on. I mean, it's kind of like that on Litecoin. So managing risk on the confirmation low, you know, anywhere stop loss below 76.89 could be in good shape, and the upside will take you back to 105, 109, and then probably 140 after that. Litecoin looks good. Potential confirmation low in a newly established uptrend ongoing. Don't sleep on it. We'll see. Matic's pretty cool. Matic almost came back and hit the entry of the trade setup back from October. But you got to wonder, think about it like this. From this low here to this high, what happened? Market participants virtually took us to an 88% retrace. So it's almost like you have yourself like an M shape here. Just another one. No like, you know, confirmation low or anything down there, but like it's better to be trying to buy at 886s and near inflection points than it is trying to FOMO in at tops. My God. Reef did something interesting. I mean, they crashed it, right? But like after the beautiful M shape developed, but look, the level that was the trading range, right? It was formally back tested as support. The 200 moving average was defended, and they rallied it off of that. So that's pretty cool. That's pretty deep retrace too. That's probably an 886 based on that insane scam wick. Look there, man. 886, 88%. That's a big old M shape completing. I know it's gonna look weird because you went deeper than a 618. You got like virtually this going on. 886, man. And if you say forget the scam wick to make it make sense more, right here, 88% retrace, man. These deep value perceived areas on assets that have quite possibly reversed their entire trend. I mean, these are like, that means like Reef has put in its highest low, its formal highest low of the newly established uptrend that got ushered in with an M shape. This was just enough to wipe all the scrub jokes out. People coming in, not giving a crap about TA, not caring about value, not caring about anything but my FOMO and my greed. Just enough to wipe them out, to get them to capitulate and already quit selling at major losses. But it's like, wait a second, sir or madam, there's a fire sale. These assets are hitting 88% retraces from previous lows. Like, what? That's not bad. That's M shapes completing. And so they'll rage quit and they'll come back once these type 2 or they start rallying now off these lows and start going again. Those FOMO back in and the cycle will never end. It's always like that. Poor Uniswap got wrecked, but you know, look, dude, I mean, you tell me, is this not an 88% retrace from the previous low to high? Or is it? I mean, where the candles are closing, the highest low of the entire uptrend that got ushered in with the Jesus trade setup. The value perceived areas on an asset in an uptrend, Uniswap. Yeah, they got the SEC suing you news, but it was just enough to go sell off and backtest an old candle open from September 2020. It had been regarded as resistance a bunch of times. They're back above the 200 moving average. The things people ask for, they've been asking for since the top. It's like, you finally got something. We finally have something to talk about. We didn't have much of any kind of crap to talk about this whole correction. Now we do. I don't know if Tezos has that. Depending on where you anchor, it did. So much demand that the sellers were unable to even test 83 to 86 cents. Interesting. Yeah, if we went with this swing low right here, you could make the same argument for deep value perceived areas of an asset that is already in an uptrend, which is the dream. You just don't know it at the time because the fear, because of how much value it lost. Like, this is enough time for the scrub joke people that came into this market to rage quit and exit. About a month, 31 days, from the high to the low. From the highest point to when it hit an 88% retrace and completed an M shape, 1 month. Yep, that'll do it. That'll kick out all the jokes. Some of y'all are still here. I'm just showing you, like, right? I mean, this level here, the closer you are to that level, the easier it is to manage your risk. And they almost got there, but there was so much demand, they couldn't get it there. I mean, virtually did, but didn't. And with the M shape. So which way? Western man? Which way? Buy perceived area, or, you know, buy the top and get destroyed and lose all your value, and then rage quit and sell at the bottom, then never come back? Which way? How are you going to do it? I think there are more. I think it was ZRX maybe. Yeah, ZRX, man. Like type 1 in. Depot 886. 200 moving average. Key inflection point. Oh. So recognizable patterns completing at pretty pivotal areas. That's always what you want to see. Noticing a trend here. Type 1 return though. It could be a type 2. It could be a better argument. You'd think that something like this, you know, turn into something like, man, that would be a trade setup. Oh my God, you're already in an uptrend and you give me that? Extremely high probability of a more major run to 122 to 133. Those will be targets. Yeah, you just don't know if it would be blessed. We would be blessed to receive a type 2 return. We just have the type 1s. So Dr. Fish. Thank you, dude, for the follow on Twitch. See you on other assets. I don't know. I mean, like, we're spending time on crypto, right? Bitcoin Cash, they were holding that level, right? If it loads, they broke out, back test, now engulfing, follow through today. So anything above 500 is great. There was so much demand that certainly no 886 was going to get hit here, or they couldn't do it yet. And that's something that's interesting, right? We just looked at all these 886s and some over 100% retraces, and then you look here at Bitcoin Cash from its discernible previous low to high, and not even a 78% retrace occurred. So sheer outperformance. If this was like all these other altcoins we looked at, this Bitcoin Cash would have gone down to $380, $390. Didn't do it. And now this level's being recaptured and it's being redefended, reconfirmed as support. That's really good. So keep that in mind, okay? Keep that in mind, because if Bitcoin was really to do anything spectacular, like continue to rally and break 69K and run, or just maybe go sideways, I want to see what happens to Bitcoin Cash here, because all these other ones are not doing as well as this one. This one's great. This one's kind of like in maybe Solana territory a little bit. I don't know. There's a demand line. We haven't really been some sort of demand line, at least, right? So you just have like 1 and 2, and then you have 3 here. Maybe that's what's going on. Demand at a demand line. I don't really give a crap about that. I care about the horizontal line, support resistance, and you got to know, like, above this level, the upside's very nice. You have nice upside potential on Bitcoin Cash. Casual run to $640, which is about 22 to 24% upside from here, if this is really happening. That's great. Are you in a downtrend, chat? Are we in a downtrend? No, we're not. We're in an uptrend. So how would that even be weird to even think about or talk about? Good trend, outperformance, recapturing levels, backtesting, and reconfirming validity of those levels as support again, now engulfing. I mean, unless Bitcoin collapsing would be the only thing that would put a wrench in this cog, I think. Bitcoin Cash was great. See, there's only, like, look, dude, one request today, chat, and it's on deck screener, and it's like, that's gonna really mess up the fluidity of the stream. So I guess we can just like look at Lind coin. This was one that was kind of, you know, made a 100% retrace. But you just got to think, like, they're defending 83.35 for the third time now. I mean, really, the most recent event was the highest high of the uptrend. Not that, I mean, nothing that special. I mean, I think there are better like setups. I would rather own an asset that made an 88% retrace and is like Filecoin. Like, oh yeah, Filecoin all day over Lind. Just based on the technical aspects of it. Hot was one of them that looked good. Right, you know the trend's reversed. We have the makings of that, and a big old shark pattern, 886, 200-day simple moving average. And now, or is it this? Look what they're doing today. I mean, like, you know, Bitcoin just dumps tomorrow, okay, but like what they're doing on hot today is pretty notable. Like that old high from 2019, they're recapturing it after an 88% retrace in the previous low to high. That's pretty cool. If they break that, there's good upside potential. I mean, they really break it, and there's follow through. I mean, 42% upside just to go test the next big level. That's so hot. Chainlink, I don't think I've looked at this one. Doesn't really, you know, show me anything that's too impressive. I mean, it's performing really well because there are all these lows. You know what I'm saying. Like, we looked at all these assets and they're just undeniable 88% retraces. They're undeniable, recognizable patterns that have high probabilities of playing out. That's what harmonics are. If they're identified properly, they're very nice. They can give you, they're a good guiding tool for upside. And this right here, though it's not hitting 886s or anything, I mean, from the previous low to high, it's hitting over 100% retrace. Someone could say it's a shark pattern. Yeah, maybe I could get behind that. A little 113 shark. It didn't even make it. So it's like that. When you're looking at these, it's just, I still would be probably rather going with either Neo or ONT, or going with like Filecoin, or maybe something like Bitcoin Cash, because it's, you know, at a level that can be strategized with stop losses, and we know there's good upside. This one's like up against the big resistance. Put in kind of a lower low, same low as the previous low. The framework's not really that great here. You're always looking for the framework. Oh, it's recognizable. It's by the book. It's perfect. This one's not really perfect. It's kind of all whacked out. Doesn't mean it cannot go up tremendously in value from here. When assets don't have edges, remember, you're flipping what does that mean? When you don't have an edge on the market, that means like you could flip the coin, it can land on tails, because tails never fails, right? And it plays out going up in price. But if it lands on the other side of the coin, it goes down in price. So it doesn't mean like, if I say there's no edge and it pumps the next day, you can't be like, you said it wasn't gonna because there was no edge. It's like, yeah, you're at the casino pulling the slot machine, putting it all on black or red at roulette when there's no edge. You can't utilize the framework. Congrats on your coin flip. You don't want to do that though, long term. So I don't know. This one doesn't really stick out as like crazy setup. It's great. It's developing into something amazing. But yeah, sure. They're holding on to this swing low back from July 2021. Fine. Gotcha. Cool. Okay, let's shift it. Spider. There's the streak. We went streaking through the quad into the gymnasium for like 6 days, and then today it was up 0.92%. It's nothing burger. It really is. It could just be they gap it down tomorrow and we continue to correct down to 480. All right. There's no action to take. There's no. It was just this is what's going on the index fund, the S&P right now. Wow, cool story, bro. Very cool story. Dow Jones Industrial Average, good rally today off the lows, highest daily candle close confirmed since April 11th. Kind of like a lot of cryptos. No edge. Nothing, you can't apply, there's no framework to apply here. It's just, okay, it's an index fund that has been going through a little correction that probably concluded a higher low and run again. But of course, everyone and their mother, it's over for equities. Even though every equity, Dow Jones Industrial Average, paired to the United States dollar. But they keep printing tens of billions of dollars out of thin air really $1 trillion every 100 days. Out of nowhere. They just print it into existence. And you're trying to tell me that these things are just gonna collapse when what they're paired to is actual toilet paper, and it's being regarded as toilet paper. Like, oh, it doesn't matter. 60 billion, print it. We don't care. But yeah, a great stock market crash coming, dude. Here's a NASDAQ composite. This is a very nice bullish Harambe. Bullish Harami, bullish inside bar at 15,392. Very cool. So they gapped it up, and then they painted us a nice Japanese candlestick reversal pattern at a very key inflection point. The old high from September 2021. That's like Bitcoin's 63,588, 64,899, same level. So no edge, just a Japanese candlestick. Got to get follow through, but potential reversal candle at a pretty key level. Just correcting, and a very bullish trend for now. They run it up and put in a lower high and sell it off, put another lower high, and then we'll start feeling like, okay, there's classic distribution going on. Classic distribution like there was here. Yeah. Good luck calling a top on this, like a true one. %, S&P 500 assets are doing earnings this week. They have earnings this week. Yeah. Good luck with your trade setups this week, man. You gotta be really cautious. If you own something and you're in an actionable trade setup, you gotta understand, like, you're at the casino for one day. You're at the casino for a couple hours, and it could destroy your trade setup or actually make it play out. Like in-phase energy. Like it's such a bearish looking chart, but dude, earnings and like tomorrow. Nope, you just don't know. Like they could just gap it up and destroy your position, and then they'll bleed it out over the next 3 weeks. So you just gotta survive earnings, and then you would want to take your position if you just survive. Interesting how, hey man, how do I see an 886 here? It's a shark. So they had the rising wedge breakdown, and it's been getting routed, but somehow, some way, they've done this thing, man. It didn't even 886. Wow. Okay, so even if it went a little lower, maybe you get that eventually. It was close. And if they pivoted it, it would be the highest low we've seen in literal years. We'll see. In small games, I wouldn't even give a crap, man. Remember, over 30% of these assets do not turn profit ever. Every 3 months comes by, and they have to legally tell you, yeah, we don't make any, we lose millions of dollars. Every 3 months. Millions. Okay. That's this index fund. So I'm not looking for an edge on the IWM. I don't give a crap. I'll look at individual stocks for an edge for a trade setup versus this crap. Okay? It's like, what are you doing? You're weighting yourself down with bad performing assets. Okay, so gold finally took it on the chin. We were talking about this yesterday. It was like, eventually they don't just keep it going, man. There will be pullbacks. Okay, so where was the pullback? And has happened to be a little bit above the 1.618 gold mean ratio. That's it. It was like a 2%, 2.3% pullback, which is mega for, a precious metal, a $15 trillion asset. Largest asset in the world, really. So there's no edge. It's pulling back, and it may be nothing burger. Okay, the bearish divergence, maybe, playing out a little bit. But guess what? You know what's going to happen to gold? I don't give a crap how deep this retraces. I'm thinking eventually you'll just get something like this. And what will that be? It will be hidden bullish divergence. And that's when you'll attempt a big rally here. And if you go higher, then you'll end up with triple bearish divergence. And then the argument might be a little bit more convincing for a more meaningful correction. But for now, they're just setting the stage up for the highest low, a bullish edge and a bullish trend, and to run it again. So yeah, you're correcting now, but maybe you'll get a good opportunity because you missed out or something, right? Oh, music good, man. Okay. Logan Yates, oh my God. Crazy dude. Walmart earnings. Hype in the chat for Walmart, dude. Yeah, I'll go back to Bitcoin for a moment for the daily candle close. We've been patiently awaiting. Patientables. You don't know, I've made well, no one in the world would know except like one person, but so I was supposed to go out and chase some tornadoes in a couple weeks, but nope. Looks like I'm going day after tomorrow because there's a high probability of tornadic activity in Tornado Alley. So I'm gonna do what I can to. I mean, if there's a tornado on the ground, I'm gonna do everything I can to go live, to live stream that, and take y'all with me. I don't think that, dude, that's even when like there's, a good forecast for tornadic activity, it's still kind of a crapshoot. So I expect nothing. Going out there, Mezzo Gamma, he's a decorated meteorologist in our community. He threw me the invite, but it's like, wait a second, look at these models. They're showing. It's like, okay, well, let's do it now. So I'll see what happens. It'll be very interesting. Yeah, Bitcoin pumping with tornadoes going, that would be wild, man. It really would be. Well, of course, danger, dude. Think about it. Like, oh my God, be careful, Mitch. It's like, dude, if I died to a tornado, wouldn't you rather die to a tornado than like something boring? Oh, I died in my sleep, man. It's like, cool story, bro. Jesus chimes. Daily candle closed. Like, what a legacy. Oh my God, dude, Mitch Ray like died of like something boring and normal that everyone else dies of. Dude, Mitch Ray died of a tornado, man. It's like, it's not that big a deal. Crypto Ace, I was there, man. I was literally there. I saw it. Scariest thing in my entire life. But guess what? That would not deter me ever. I know I don't want to die, but if it happened, I'm going to be very cautious that it doesn't happen. Chances are that we won't see a tornado because it's just going to it'll be low percentage chance. But if we did, I'm not trying to die, but if something happened, it's okay. Yeah, 1 mile wide tornado in Oklahoma would be nuts too, though. Okay, so that's it. I'm get to this deck screener crap. So please don't request things on deck screener, man. It screws up the whole stream, man. I gotta go in and then look at something that is a joke scam on a joke exchange. What was it he wanted? Dude, only request. Kidding me, man. I mean, yeah, probably gonna moon, dude. Okay, your target's that, whatever that is, 3889, 0S, 3900. Okay, first target, and then above that, okay, just because it's stupid, that'll be your second target, friend. 8683, 0S, 8683. Oh, what's going on with this, man? Why is it not showing everything? What's it doing? What did it just do? Oh, is it take away? Nah, there we go. Yeah, and you just got to go that wick high and then this wick high. Those would be your two targets if it's going to actually moon, okay? That's it. There's nothing to talk about on this, man. There's no data, but yeah, here's a low, here's where they opened it, here's the higher low. More than before, then even more than before. Oh my God. So here we go. You got some wick highs to target for. Whatever. Cool story. Look, dude, he requested it. He contributed. He was the only one to contribute to the crowdsourced community today. So, I mean, like, we're going to look at Dex Screener. Yeah, here it is, chat. Yeah, this stream brought to you by Thick. Okay, whatever, man. Let's look at the miners, you know, before I gotta get out of here. But let's look at Hut. Absolutely beautiful, man. Like artwork. Like if you're able to get this, this is the stuff you dream of, okay? Specimen behavior. Hidden bullish divergence in third valley at the key inflection point. Even if we don't, we understand our mentality is we don't know where an asset's going next, but we know when we see stuff like this, we have the greatest odds of it actually going up next, even when we don't expect it to. And where it's developing at inflection points from history, that's what it's all about. That's where if you lose, you take on minimal losses, but if it succeeds, you take on maximum winnings. So today it was up 14.5%. Okay. And then the other one was what was the other one that was Wolf Tang. Wolf Tang. Incredible. Jeffrey Yun, is he here today? Jeffrey Yunman, same edge on the third valley at the 200 moving average, around 176 at inflection point. Dreamish, man, super dreamish. $4 target here, easy. Like if this was gonna play out, $4. Yeah, no question about it. $4. If it just performed adequately. $4. And if it performed exceptionally, $6. But sir, it's only $2.58. Yes, sir. Sir yourself. That means 55% upside minimum. And if things get nice, 136% upside. If this truly plays out with decent performance to good performance. Hey, look, your positive momentum. We've done it. You've popped back into the bullish control zone today. Exceptional occurrences on both oscillators today. And before it with the edge. Wolf Tang for the children. Yeah, your children's children. Your legacy, man. Let's go, Hoarder Man. Hype the chat. Stretch before end. Yeah, man.
Crypto_hoarder tipped $100.04. Snacks and hydration for your tornado chasing. Remember to stretch beforehand. Stay limber. 100.000000 USDT.
Dude, I took a lesson out of the Twister book. I have my belt. I'll have, if I need to, I can run into a farmhouse and tie my belt to the hose system, and maybe I could see the inside of a tornado like Bill Paxton did, and the other girl, Helen Hunt. I feel like I might do that. What is Wolf? Wolf is a green Bitcoin miner. That's what Wolf Tang is. TerraWolf Incorporated. But yeah, I will certainly stretch. I will bring snacks. I will. You better pray for good internet, decent internet out there. So yeah, Philip Seymour Hoffman was in it too, but he was not in the middle of a tornado. The middle of an F5. Imagine thinking that would. It's just. Why did they do that? I don't know why they did that in the movie. It was dumb because it's just you'll. Whatever. Tie my belt to the thing, the metal that's deep inside the ground, so I can't be blown away. But the pressure would insta-kill you. Not even about surviving the impact of things swirling around. It's just pressure. Yeah. So other like SDIG was up 35%, but it was just you were at the casino. You were just kind of at like there's a framework that we can apply. We saw on Wolf, saw on Hut. And then there are assets with no framework where they had it and then it failed. And then you're just at all-time lows on the first low and guess a hammer with fall through and they ran it up. And now look, the only time you can start caring again about SDIG is if the asset recaptures the level and then they formally back test it as support. And then you're talking about you might have a chance. Momentum shift and then that. Well, we're going to drive through a tornado too. It's no big deal, Zach. Try to stream it. Okay, so Clean Spark was hanging on. Oh my God, gap fill 21, 22, and then 26 to resume it all. Like all this right here, these are the highest lows of the uptrend that is undeniable. So much demand, the sellers just utterly failed to push the price below a key inflection point from history. That's wonderful. I mean, the implications of this, $26 to $30. And you got to think, this could very well be like one low perceived by the market, one low, and then the major second low. You don't be screwing around here. And of course they pull it back, whatever, here or there, a few days. But that could be like we could be resuming the uptrend if this is real, and it could very well be it because it's 1 and then it's 2 here. Man, Clean Spark, solid, dude. Mara, I mean, they're hanging on here, but it's triple bullish. Just standard bullish divergence from this low to this low, but just kind of not really in a good spot, and that's the issue, right? So it's like maybe there are some things that are okay about it, but it's just not as good as others. Others are going to be better. Like Hut and Wolf were superior in terms of using the framework than this. But it doesn't mean that like what could happen is like this is 1 and then this is 2, and in the end, like, months go by and that ended up being it, and then the asset runs to new highs, right? That could be, sure. But it's hard to manage your risk, really. You don't have very strong supports looking left, normally up and down, up and down, and up and down, up and down. So it could be the backup, like a Wyckoff accumulation, and this is the BU completing with a confirmation low. Yeah. Maybe. Hive was the one that failed, but man, they still that triple bullish divergence. So recapturing $3 is really important. I think if you're above $3, the upside's really nice. You see how it's still trading below that high from 2019, that low from May 2017. You really want to see them recapture that, but it could be setting up to be it's a dragon. But man, it was really disappointing how you had a type 1 and a type 2 so well, and then the market just crapped out. So again, you do something like that, you want to see the recapturing of the level if you want a nice edge, and then you maybe get hidden bullish divergence on the pullback. Be cool. Okay, I've been live now 1 hour and 10 minutes. If you're enjoying the stream, hit the like button, that bell, that sub. Guys, I gotta get out of here. But thank y'all for coming. And Hoarder, thanks so much for saving the stream, dude. Thank you, man. Okay, Hoarder's carrying it. When the hype returns, he can take off. So thank y'all for coming out. I'll just be back. Until next time, respect the TA.